what helps us change is actually being able to feel some understanding or compassion or acceptance for who we are. That people don't change from hating who they are. That doesn't help. You'd think it would be. It's actually counterintuitive. You'd think that if you absolutely hate yourself, it would be a lot easier to change. But it doesn't work that way. It's like kids who leave home. You'd think that the kids who, when they go off to school, after high school, you'd think that the kids who had the most miserable, violent family, they'd be just so relieved to get away from all that confusion and heartache that they just have a great time when they get to college. But it doesn't work that way. It's actually very difficult to leave a situation that's painful, where people are suffering, and they feel divided loyalties and conflicts, and whereas the kids who have a family that they're very happy, more or less as much as any teenager is happy in their family, that those kids, you'd think, well, it's going to be really sad for them, and they're going to be really, really homesick, and sometimes they are, but they actually do better because they're not worrying about what they left behind. And so for us to move on in our lives, to be able to move through whatever our next step of this journey might be, something that life is presenting to us, you graduate. Uh-oh, it can't be stopped. Or suddenly you become pregnant, or you get a diagnosis, or, there are things that happen. And so moving on to that next step is way, way easier if we have some sense of the okayness of where we've been before. And there's a beautiful statue of the Buddha. I think that it's like this. It has this mudra. Can you see my hands? Only they're in the lap. It's like this mudra. And it's the Buddha like this with this mudra. And I heard somebody say, the Buddha okays all beings. Just to have that generosity that we can be okayed. And once we're okayed, why is there so much laughter? Because it's isn't it a great idea? Somebody okays you, gives you the, let's just do it right here. I okay all of you. You okay me, all right? We need this, yes. That'll be our signal. We need this. And it's what allows us to relax and free the heart and be able and willing to look deeply into our life, because it's not so easy to do. When we really see what this life is like, how fleeting it is, how it kind of flows through our fingers like water, how we really aren't in charge of what happens, how no matter how we arrange people and things, our emotional needs are never going to be completely met and satisfied once and for all. It's not like that. As much as we long for it to be that way, that the next partner, job, place we live, fill in the blanks, that the next one is going to do that for us. So it's actually not so easy to see the truth of how things really are, and to realize that the place for us to commit to, that commitment perfection, is not anywhere or anything other than our life as it is right now. Doesn't mean we don't have plans or goals. We have to have those to function in the world. But what if we were 100% committed to the person we're with now, to the place we are now, to the work we're doing now, to the retreat we're in this afternoon?